My name is Chris, and welcome to the Bella Frankenstein Project. In today's video, we'll be replacing the rear engine mount on my 2015 Nissan Altima. Alright guys, so here we have some of the basic tools that we'll be using. Over here we have my mechanics tool set. We have some open-ended box wrenches. I don't foresee needing to use them, but just in case. We have some impact sockets. We have a Brakerbar and some extensions that I recently acquired from Harbor Freight. So currently we have the car supported on jack stands on both sides. Down low, what we have going on is support between the engine and transmission here. It's pretty much right on the bell housing. The car is not being jacked up by that area. It's just under tension right now, because when we remove our friend Mr. Motor Mount here, we expect there to be some kind of residual movement. So we've put this block of wood on my jack in hopes of mitigating that movement as much as possible. We were finally able to get my breaker bar locked in here. So now we're gonna go ahead and try and break this thing loose here. I have to take off the passenger side front wheel now to get to two of the bolts that live on the top side of this engine mount. So that's probably as far as I'm gonna go with that for right now. Alright guys, so we're back. We went ahead and positioned the car a little bit higher on the jack stands, and we also went ahead and removed our passenger side front wheel. The next bolt that we're gonna go after, if I can get you guys in closer, possibly see it. It's gonna be that bolt right there, and I'll put a pointer in the video so you guys can see what bolt I'm going after. Sadly, I won't be able to keep you guys in this orientation while I'm wrenching on that, because I'll possibly need to use my breaker bar to break things loose. Stand by. We got a little bit more leverage. It turned just a hair more for us. Let's see if we can do that again. How long have you guys been on the ground here? I didn't realize I knocked you over. Probably missed the whole segment here. Sorry guys for knocking you over and not realizing it. So right now, what we're doing is working on taking out this bolt here, the lower one. And then we now have the other segment of the mount loose here. And this is gonna be the side where it holds the front of the mount to the bottom of the engine, right behind your oil pan. So we're gonna finish taking that guy out. And then we'll get the third bolt out, which is supposed to be accessible from the wheel well now that we got our tire removed. One thing to note where it concerns bolt number 2 here, right where that O2 sensor wire is right here, they made this little divot in the exhaust. But I find it works best if you push it up and wiggle it a little bit away from where the bolt is, and you can finally get him out. All right, so here come the last and final fun part. Right here is the last 2 bolts in question. So the one on the left, and I'll point to it in the video for you guys, that's the one that we're going after. That 4th bolt, we're not going to take that out until the mount is off of the vehicle. Hey guys, so I just had to switch to my breaker bar. It's coming now. Oh, sweet victory. Oh yeah, come here, bolt. number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Now the engine mount and support bracket should come right out of there. It was a fun little fight. Let me tell you guys. And then that should come out our passenger side wheel well. So where we are, we're behind the drive axle and in between the rack and pinion. So here's our engine mount. It's definitely busted. You guys see that? You see that fracture that goes almost all the way around the back side? Maybe you'll see it more on this side. You see that? That's no bueno. So this portion of this mount gave up the ghost. See how it's intact? You can even flip it over on the back side, and you shouldn't be able to see anything through there. So this was definitely our culprit for that rattling, although we still have quite a ways to go. Look at our control arm, guys. That thing is about to give it up any day. So now what we want to do is go ahead and get that center support bolt removed from our busted engine mount. For this, I'm not even gonna fool around and try to play Macho Man yet again. We're just gonna take our friend here, Mr. Impact, to it and let him do the heavy lifting. Because again, that's why we have tools. Now please don't blast me in the comments. What you're about to see me do is not the correct thing to do. It's just that I don't have this particular socket for an impact laying around. So don't do as I do, do as I say. Don't use chrome sockets for this when using an impact. You always want to use an actual impact for an impact, if that makes sense. So now, and you can tell when how these go back together. Use this little path here for reference. And all you're gonna do is just line them up. Make sure we get that bolt started. And dig this. Nissan gave us a cheat because this was pretty much pointed this way. So the idea is to get them somewhat in line, but you're not gonna run this all the way down until you get it in the car. You tighten it up once you get it attached. Otherwise, you're gonna have issues. All right. Now we're gonna go ahead and get this guy reinstalled into our car here. Just like that. Now, since I know where this bolt lives and the fact that I kept it close to me, we're gonna go ahead and fish our first 18mm bolt back into place, this guy, and it's gonna go into that hole right there. And of course it knows where it wants to live, so it should pretty much center itself. Yep, and that's going in. Lovely. And that's all we're doing. We're just getting all the various fasteners in their homes where they're gonna live. I wish I had done this repair sooner. It's actually not that bad. Trying to get this one to bottom out also. So to tighten things up, we're gonna start with this bolt back here. Now we're just gonna go ahead and tighten that fella up. Again, we're not going for the He-Man award, but you want this thing to be snugged. Oh. Make sure you're on there. You don't want to strip things and you go to apply that torque. There we go. Bring my ratchet down some. Nice and tight. Now let's go underneath. And then last but not least, we'll come back and we'll tighten our center bolt. We'll leave that one for last. We'll get the other two first. I'm gonna start with the bolt that holds the bottom side of the engine mount here to the body of the vehicle. Look up your torque specs, guys. I don't know what this torque spec is for this. I'm just gonna make it nice and tight. Because again, this is supporting the weight of our engine. This is gonna be the next bolt that we go after. And again, you wanna be super careful of your O2 sensor connector that lives here. Try not to pummel that thing. That's tight. And then last but not least, our friend Mr. Center Bolt here. This is gonna be the fourth and final bolt that we touch. Man, that AC high pressure line is right in our way. But again, if you have swivel sockets, you should be able to do this and not damage anything. Trying to go up to our paint mark if we can. And we got it! Yay! Spot on. That's how you do it. Oh! That's how you do it, fellas. Yes. We win. Job well done. Thanks again for stopping by the Bella Frankenstein Project. My name is Chris. If you found today's video helpful, go ahead and give it a like. And while you're at it, don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.